Welcome back, YouTube. This is Shipper Sunshine once again with another episode of Let's Play Spyro the Dragon Part 10. In the last episode, we completed Cliff Town, and in this one, we're going to go ahead and jump on into Ice Cavern, which, like I said, is going to be a completely different atmosphere considering we've gotten so accustomed to this desert-type land. Now, the reason all these enemies are in the tents already is because while we were running around and getting the silver orbs at the end of the last episode, these guys kind of freaked out and went ahead and jumped in there. So I had to go through there and get the last couple of guys. I want to just jump right into the Ice Cavern. Now, we've gotten used to, in the past couple of places we've been, there's only been 2, maybe 3 different kinds of enemies. However, Ice Cavern is the first one to introduce more than 3. We actually have 4 different kinds of enemies here, all with very generic names, honestly. If you look at them, you can probably guess each one's names before I even tell you. Like this huge guy, his name is Purple Muscle. That is the character's name. Now this guy, you won't guess, is Snowball Guy, because he has snowballs, and he walks around and he throws them at you. So, now, the little bat things you saw flying around, those are the friendly creatures for this area. And they are actually, to me, one of the most annoying friendly creatures in the entire game, because they're kind of elusive. They don't seem like it right now, but later on in the Ice Cavern, if I ever need to get one, they're really kind of hard to get.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
So pretty much the snowball guys we can charge and flame, and then the purple muscles we can only flame because, as he just said, we are too small. And there's going to be lots of different platforming. Now this place is kind of a circular place. Let's go ahead and charge the snowball guy. Oh, just missed most of that. It's a huge circle in all actuality. You can pretty much see the whole place from one area, unless we go inside, which there's not very many times we do that here, but we will. There's lots of treasure here. I'm pretty sure more than anywhere else so far. I'm pretty sure there's 400 treasure here. So, let's go ahead. We got that purple muscle and quite a few everything. Now, there's 2 paths we can take through here, but we're going to take the grounded path first for a special reason. And I'll explain that in a second. Todor.
Psst. Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
Now, we'll learn what the reason for that information is for a little bit later, but it was very relevant. Now, on top of these posts is jewels, but there's no way to get on top of them, so you just have to headbutt them, and it falls onto your head. It's pretty neat. There's a little platform over there we're going to get to in just a second. Go ahead and glide on over there. And there's a key, which means we all know that what that means. It means there's going to be a locked box somewhere around here. Let's get a whole bunch more treasure. And we're actually going to turn around and we'll come back to him a little later. Let's go ahead and get this purple muscle here. Just run around. Now, I've probably ran through the Ice Cavern multiple different ways. Because like I said, there's a lot of places where you can split off and go different directions. And I'll finish the rest after every here ender.
Thank you for releasing me. Which
didn't have much to say. But anyways, there's lots of different ways to run this. There's, if you do speed run, you would do it a different way. And so it really depends. Now we're fixing to find out the reason why that bit of information about the slippery shoes comes in handy. Alright. It's because of this guy, which is called large shielded muscles. Now here's an issue. We've came across it before. It's large, which means we have to flame it, but it's wearing armor, which means our headbutt that our flame isn't going to do any damage. So there has to be some other way to make them susceptible to us. So I'm gonna go back here, and if you headbutt them, they slip off the edge. So it's kind of neat how that works. So we're gonna go back up these stairs. Turn around. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but this is the room where I glided from. So now we're gonna go back up all these platforms here. Get all this treasure on the way. And there is the the locked treasure box that we were talking about earlier. Let's go ahead and unlock that. Look at all that treasure. That's probably 30, I think. You add this. Now we're going to go ahead and go from here and glide all the way across the cavern back to where we were. And we're going to go the opposite way of this loop. Get rid of this guy. And this guy. Alright. Now those snowball guys, they can have those snowballs reach all the way across. We do have to be very careful and very cautious. Now right here is one of the first kind of difficult places, and like I said, it's very easy to die here. Once we start getting into these more platforming places. So let's go back through here. As you can see, it's the second time destroying these guys, so we are getting orbs. So that was my actual first legitimate death, wasn't it? I just realized that. Let's go ahead and rescue Asher.
Thank you for releasing me.
Alright, now there's two ways we can go. Once again, we're gonna go this way first. Just makes more sense to go this way first. Alright, and lots of treasure in here. Including a life, which we need apparently, since I just lost one recently. Now, up there is 3 lives that we can't get to. So we're gonna have to get to those a little bit later. Try to figure out a way to get to those a little bit later. Which, if I'm not mistaken, I've kind of already passed that up, but I'll go back to it in a minute. And so it's kind of a little tricky. You gotta aim your jump. We got 299 so far. We already know what to do with this guy. Push him off the edge. Now there's a purple guy right over there. He's wearing skis, and you wouldn't believe what this guy is called. Purple Snowball Guy on skis. That's his name. So it's pretty entertaining, the names they came up with for some of these guys. I totally missed him, so there we go. Got a couple little gems. And now one, and then one more. So take care of that guy. Now right here, it gets a little tricky because of all the snowball guys. If you're not careful, you can get hit by that one over there as well. So as long as you're constantly moving, he really can't hit you. So it's not like a really dangerous area here. But it's very easy to pass these up if you forget about them. So grab all of these. Spark's doing his job on overtime. Let's get on up to these higher levels here. 1 and 2, just as before. Get this guy.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
Oh. He really reminds me to be about, like, somebody who would be, like, 12 or something. That pre-teen age, where you think you know everything, but then you also are, like, in this, like, weird state of confusion, like, all the time. Okay, now we're actually going to do something that, probably should have done a little while ago, but I had, kind of sort of forgot. So we're going to backtrack through this. These monsters have revived because we died. Always get some extra gems, or orbs. Going, going, going. We're almost there. Get back to the very, very beginning of the game. And now, I told you about those 3 lives. It's actually how you get to them, is you go to the very beginning, and you get on the platform and jump and circle around. Because it's just a big circle here. And this is one of the, to me, funnest ways to get lives, is right there. You just get 3 lives in one big swoop. I think it's the only time you ever do that in the game. We got all of it completed. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but there's this exit level button in the pause menu. So instead of going back to the return home whirlwind, you can always do this. And it just takes you exactly as if you went in the return home whirlwind. You see the treasure going into the box. I mean, it's exactly the same. So, now all we have left here is the one world that we've never done before, you know, the one that's up in that little cave area, and then also the boss world. And so we'll go ahead and conquer the boss world when we get back. Now I'm going to start back from the beginning so I can just run through and get all of these monsters all over again. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Chipper Sunshine signing off, and have a sunny day.